we have the biggest lightweight title fight, and at least the last few years.
Okay, I was gonna say this is the biggest one
at least
ever. No,
probably since Khabib was in
Khabib and
Conor,
Conor,
right?
Khabib and Conor was the biggest. It was actually the biggest pay-per-view ever. So let's just.
Well, come on. It was Khabib and Conor, but then it was Khabib and Justin Gaethje. That was bigger. No, it wasn't. But people, but they were saying it was. Tell me they weren't saying it was.
I don't know who saying they was, but whoever they was wrong, because
there you go.
Khabib and Conor that's a next level that no one else is going to touch for a long time. It's just not going to happen. It's going to be a while before that. What 2.5 million views or too many? That's not going to be broke for a long time.
Pay-per-view,
especially the way the pay-per-view is going right now.
Not views.
Yeah, sorry, buys. My bad.
So we have that fight coming up later this month, and
which is Islam and Oliveira.
Islam and Oliveira, yes. Let's qualify it
next weekend.
And then Volk came out and said he's basically the fill-in for that main event if something should happen. And then Beneil Dariush comes out and says, "Wait, I thought I was told I'm the fill-in." So now we have this conflict. So who do you think's the real fill-in? Who do you want to be the real fill-in? And what happens? Do we even need a fill-in? Do you think this is going to fall off? Is everybody thinking?
It's real simple. Who has been booked on a flight to Abu Dhabi? There's your fill-in. Let's just be honest. Because if they haven't contacted you about a flight, I guarantee you ain't the fill-in.
I think they're both already there. That's one. And then two is because I saw Dariush doing an interview. It looked like he was there, with people that I know that are there already. Volk, I don't know. I mean, he said he's going to be there, so I don't know what that meant, if he booked his own flight or if they booked his flight for him. But that being said, to be honest, I could see the UFC doing both and saying, hey, you potentially could be a fill-in if someone falls off. But I also look at it as you can be a fill-in if this person falls off. And you're a fill-in if this person falls off. It makes sense. Volkanovski, I think.
How does that make sense?
Because I believe if if Islam falls off, you slide Volkanovski in there because Oliveira used to be the former champ. And now you want to make sure that you're having Volkanovski fight who used to be the champ, he defended his title two and a half times, whatever. He should have been able to defend it 3 times. But you have Volkanovski versus Oliveira. And if Oliveira falls off, you slide Dariush in there because Dariush is ranked high. And why risk Volk right now for that until you have yourself a real champion?
Good point.
I would rather see Volk fight the real champion, not. And right now, everyone says, the champ has a name, Charles Oliveira. No matter what I say, man, the guy to me is the champ. Even though it's a vacant title, he's the fucking champ. They did him dirty.
Yep.
He should have made the weight. I get it, but let's be real. These scales are not always the most accurate, and you should have been able to fight for the title. But I just look at it in that way. I could see them saying, hey, if Oliveira falls off, let's have Dariush and Islam. They were already supposed to fight. Dana White likes that fight. He's brought it up publicly and said he likes that fight. And you really want Volkanovski to fight someone who is the established champion so he can beat that established person and say, hey, I am the lightweight champ if that happens. And I think everyone believes that Oliveira is currently the champ. The champ has a name and it's Oliveira. And Islam's going in there fighting who many people believe is the champ. So that's the way I look at it. I mean, maybe I could be I'm just blowing sunshine up everyone's ass, to be honest. But I mean, I could see the UFC playing that card. Like, hey, this is what we want to do with it. And it would be smart on their part if they did, Just my opinion. Yeah. I like both of them. I like both fighters, so I don't give a shit who fights who. I mean, all 4 of those guys, take my fucking money. That's the way I look at it. Take my money. All right? They're all extremely great. Just great fighters.
Well, what we'll do is we're going to find out if you're right, because if they both weigh in, it's telling you. Yeah, they kind of had something
interesting
where they were not going to put Volkanovski against Islam, only against Oliveira. So makes sense.
It makes sense. I mean, to me, it would. Go to mybookie.ag. Use that promo code weighing in, and they'll give you additional spending cash with your first initial deposit.
100% agree. Okay.